turn. Micromax, you're on the grid. Minimax, your pre-grid for your 16-lap final. So your driver's going to work off the tree turn for the very first time. Again, these are kid kart drivers, ages 5 to 7. Both of these two drivers making their start with us here in the 2014 season with the Florida Karting Championship Series. Again, Owen Lloyd, the Georgia driver, and Nikita Johnson. Nikita started racing with us back in race weekend number 1 at Monticello. And two very good drivers. Owen Lloyd had a great time down in Monticello in race weekend number 3. And stars of tomorrow with the Florida Karting Championship Series as our kid kart drivers make their way around. We'll need Micromax, you're on the grid. Minimax, you will be pre-grid. Again, all of a sudden, a little side-by-side battle. The two kart races, they'll head to the top of the oval. Look at this, they're side-by-side. And they're going to rub a little bit as they get to the top of the oval. Owen Lloyd kind of got to muscle his way to the inside. They rub a little bit, and Owen will cross the line. They'll head down into turn number 1. Owen Lloyd in the 19, Nikita Johnson in the number 1. And hard to believe these two youngsters, first year of competitive racing between these two, and making their way around with 2 laps complete. Again, 8-lap final. They'll head to the top of the oval. Once again, we'll need Micromax. You're on grid, Minimax, your pre-grid. Again, Nikita Johnson going to fight right back. Nikita got to close up that gap off the tree turn. Again, ages 5 to 7. Remarkable how well these youngsters dial in and get accustomed to these big tracks as they'll work off the top of the oval. A little bit of warning there for the number 19 of Owen Lloyd. A little aggressive there in the previous lap. Part of the racing there. It's a warning sign. Of course, that's the younger brother of Tyler and Aaron Smith, of course, running in that Barella senior class. Good racing family. And had a chance to talk to Owen's dad yesterday. Really loves the world of racing. Very competitive and good kids there as Owen works off the top of the hairpin turn. As always, special thanks to our series sponsors. I want to give a shout out to Grand Products, grandproducts.com. Take a look at their website. Also, special thanks to Kevin Greeno and Harvest Motorsports. Visit their website at harvestmotorsports.com. Go Rotex.com, Ocala Grand Prix, OcalaGrandPrix.com, RockCup.com, and TSRacing.com as we'll pick up the halfway point. 4 down, 4 to go. Keep an eye on that number 1, Nikita Johnson at the halfway point just turned a 54.895. And again, it's about 2 laps ago. They had a little bit of contact at the top of the oval. Nikita Johnson, how about this young man? He's reaching the bottom of the bag and pulling out some extra ammo. He's closing up the gap as they make their way to the top of the oval. So Nikita Johnson, lap number 4 with a 54.895. And look at this, he's closing up now in the entry to the tree turn. Again, fighting back as Nikita Johnson gets into about 2 kart lengths behind your leader. Nikita, quick lap, 54.895. Owen Lloyd with a 54.937. Boy, you talk about close and competitive. And all of a sudden, they're heating it up down the front stretch. Drag race, they're side by side coming into turn number 1. Owen Lloyd with the slight advantage off of turn number 1. So the youngsters make it exciting as they'll head through the chicane. Again, bouncing right back is Nikita Johnson. You remember, they got together back in lap number 3. Nikita kind of dropped back and regrouped, and he's on the attack mode now as they come to the top of the hairpin turn. And they'll work off the hairpin turn. You got 5 laps in the books. 8-lap final. We got a good one as they head into the tree turn. These drivers really haven't competed against each other all that much. But boy, they're very competitive and very close as they'll head to the top of the oval. Again, just ages 5 to 7. And I got to believe both of these kids could be much more over 5. And Nick will show them 2 to go this time by. And they'll head down into turn number 1. Nikita going to run the center of the track. So 2 laps to go. Best lap time for Nikita, 54.895. Owen Lloyd with a 54.937. I think we've seen in the Micromax and some of the other classes, that has trickled down to these 2 drivers. They are definitely running very well and seeing some exciting racing as they exit off the top of that hairpin turn. Owen Lloyd out of Georgia in the 19. Nikita Johnson, Florida driver in the number 1. They'll head into the tree turn. Again, a very good run for Nikita Johnson. Nikita about a kart length and a half behind your leader. They'll make their way to the top of the oval. Now they'll come down the front stretch. Nick will show them white. 1 to go. Here they come. Final lap. Again, they're side by side. Johnson on the high side. Owen Lloyd on the inside. They'll go single file off of turn number 1. Look at Nikita going to run the tire tracks your leader to the chicane. Man, these 2 youngsters are kicking up some great excitement as they'll come off that chicane for the final time. Nikita stays right on your leader. They'll enter the hairpin turn. Not even a half a kart length going to separate. Now about a kart length off the top of that chicane. Through the hairpin turn. Again, they did it through the chicane. They're right back at it again. Into the tree turn. We'll see if Nikita can get that run again. Does well. Good exit for Nikita. There's your leader, Owen Lloyd, with about a 3 kart length advantage as they head down into the top of the oval. They'll come off the top of the oval. Owen Lloyd hanging on. Good battle as they head to the line. Nick's going to show them the checker. Owen Lloyd will score the win. Nikita Johnson, great run. Boy, you talk about 2 cars putting on some excitement. Great job. Owen Lloyd in the 19. Nikita Johnson in the number 1.